directors. I think of all of his qualities, his keen sense of humor and his dedication to fair play have been the things that I've admired most. You know, his ability to clearly reason in any situation and to allow those on either side of an argument to enjoy their point of view without judgment is also one of those things that is a testament and a tribute to his character. So with that, Jason, thanks for your time and for all you've done. And as many of the past presidents of our section have led our section through turbulent times, you've done so masterfully and have been inspiring to all of us on the board of directors. So from all of us and all of the members, thanks for your service.
Jason, thank you so much for the time you have spent, not only as president, but as a board member and as an officer for the Southern California PGA. The staff truly has enjoyed working with you. I admire you as you stand up in our meetings with our membership and create a comfortable feeling to be open and honest with everyone that you deal with. And we especially appreciate the time that you've spent with us here with the staff. Thanks again. Thanks to your family, Jason. And golf is better. Our PGA membership is better. The PGA of America is better for your involvement and your interest and your motivation to do well. And we appreciate that. Thanks, Jason.
Jason, on behalf of the section staff, we just want to thank you for your time as president for our section. It's been wonderful to work for you and with you. And the mark that you left on our section, the betterment of our golf professionals, and growing the game has been unparalleled. So we thank you for your time, and we wish you well, and we look forward to continuing to working with you. Thank you.
Well, speaking of making the thing more enjoyable and throwing out dress codes, what's going on here? I know you're kind of a low-key, easy-going guy, but is this the way you're going to tee it up this afternoon?
No, I'll actually take the coat off and put on a short-sleeve shirt if I'm going to tee it up this afternoon. Well, this is me just having some fun, and I think it's can I cut now before I say too much?
Yeah.
Maybe leave that part in there.
Hey, Prez, thank you ever so much for your hard work over the past couple of years. We know you're going to be around for a lot more.
Andy, I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Mrs. Jason Taylor, would you please come to the stage?
That would be you, yes. What an extraordinary evening. Good evening. And initially, allow me to say, Patty, you're just lovely. And I think that we've all been so fortunate to have Jason on loan. And so thank you from all of us in this room and certainly all section members and apprentices for your kind indulgence these last few years. And certainly Adriana and Alyssa deserve our gratitude and our thanks for what you've allowed Jason to do and accomplish on our behalf. And we have some things for you.
First, and then a lovely bracelet for you. Thank you.
Do you want to talk?
No, I'll cry.
Okay. And then there's President Taylor. You know, I've enjoyed thoroughly knowing Jason more and more over the years, and we've shared some extraordinary times together. I've said to Jason many times that if I agree with you, I know that one of us is going to be wrong. And I think that I've proven myself wrong because he's generally been always right and right on the mark, always dealing fairly with all of us and dealing honestly and openly. And I, along with the section members and apprentices and everyone in this room, want to thank you for your service and especially for your candor and more than anything else for your commitment to our betterment. So, President Jason Taylor.
That was, I guess, not quite the comments I would expect from everybody. Before we go into anything about me, I want to rewind a little bit and say thanks for everybody for tonight. This is just being here every time at the President's Dinner and being part of honoring the award winners is really special. I mean, you moved the crowd. That was great. I'm going to remember that night in the photo. That's wonderful. But all of you, thank you for being part of that. And if we could just have one more round of applause for all the award winners, that'd be appropriate. I made a couple notes here. First, I want to start by thanking Victoria Club, Bill DeMint, Jeff Cross, Ed Holmes, Hank Schiller, and the rest of the staff here. Thank you very much for allowing us to come here tonight, and thank you very much for the way you've treated me forever. It's been wonderful. Outgoing president, you traditionally go to your home club. I don't have a home club, although I suggested having this in my backyard. It would have been fun. We'd had cocktails and music, and it would have been great. Probably wouldn't have been the appropriate setting. So, again, thank you for letting us come here for that, and thank you for the way you've always made me feel welcome. I do appreciate it. And along that same line, I want to thank, it's funny, it's hard to deal with. I wear it on my sleeve. I get choked up, I get angry, and it goes from moment to moment. So a pleasure to deal with. Goose Creek, Ross and Denise, here I go again. They've taken me in down there. We always joke that, Goose Creek is a home for wayward golf professionals. And I just appreciate everything you've done down there. So, catch my breath and then go to the boards. And there's an S on the end of that. They make it sound like I'm a lot easier to work with than I actually am with those kind words. I'm not real graceful or eloquent, and you'll see the difference real shortly as Jeff Johnson takes over as president. There's a significant difference in the approach that we both bring. This has been, my time on the boards has been just the greatest experience ever, and I watched that video, and I mentioned college years. I didn't go to college. I don't know. I guess I was thinking in my mind that those actual years you should have been in school. Those include high school as well. This has been the greatest learning experience ever. When people ask me, I deal with a lot of people outside of the golf world, and they always talk about it, and ask me to talk about the PGA. And the one thing I don't always share, but I always think about is I just can't put a value on how much I've learned being involved in this. This has been the greatest experience ever, and that's being a chapter board member or committee member or an officer of the section, and it's just invaluable. And just nights like this are an example. You're around the best of the best, and if you can't figure out something from that, then you're really not too sharp. And I'm not real sharp, but I have figured out a little bit, and I appreciate all those years and people that put up with me on the boards. They always say coaches have a lifespan, or general managers or district managers, whatever, 5 or 6 years, and people get tired of hearing you. I've had an opinion on almost everything we've talked about from day one, and I'm tired of hearing myself. So I'm sure everyone else has got tired of it too. And I'm looking. I don't know where to end that comment, but I see how eloquent I am. But anyways, it's been fantastic, and I appreciate it. They did edit some of that the me and the wearing shorts, and there's where I expected maybe a couple different comments. That was a fun jab. Some of the past leadership of our section, I know it approached some current leadership or Tom Addis and was worried that I wouldn't have the decorum to represent the PGA well. Maybe I wouldn't take things seriously enough, and maybe I didn't at times, but I think I got a pretty good handle on what golf is and what golf should be and where we should go with it. And I wear shorts and I wear sandals and I play golf like that. And I also put on a tie and put on a coat when it's appropriate. And anyways, I hope I made it through and didn't embarrass all you past presidents too badly during those 2 years. And then I want to talk, here's where I'm going to get choked up again, because I wear it on my sleeves. I go from angry to choked up, and I can't. I want to thank my wife and my daughters, because these last few years have been just fantastic for me. It's been interesting. I worked at a golf course forever, and then didn't work there anymore, and all of a sudden, so that's a fancy way to say I was unemployed, and I had some crazy ideas to go do some maybe off-the-wall things, anything from hitting a poker table and gambling all night to figuring out how someone can give me some money for some crazy ideas. And my wife has stood behind me. She shouldn't be.
Am I behind you?
That's good. And it's hard, and I appreciate it because I'm all over the place. Sometimes I'm not the best communicator. I'll come home and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to Mexico tonight on the red eye, and I'll be home when I book my ticket home. So will you help me pack? And she does, and has always been, always been supportive of that. So anyways, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the PGA family. You do really feel like you're part of something with this. And I'm not choked up about that part right now, so I'm choked up about my wife still. It's not that, again, past presidents, it's not that big a deal. I'm going to put shorts on tomorrow. I'm kidding. This has been fantastic. I certainly don't want to take anything away from award winners tonight. All the award winners, Susan, Golf Professional of the Year, this is your night. Thank you for everything, and I'm looking forward to still staying involved the next 2 years as an honorary president. So thank you, everybody.